Well, the ANC, DA and the EFF are making preparations ahead of their final rallies this weekend. According to an ANC poll, the Democratic Alliance is still holding a strong lead in Nelson Mandela Bay, but the ANC seems to be gaining some ground. The party is now neck and neck with its main rivals in Johannesburg. It's also closing the gap in Tshwane, where we discuss the issues around the factors that are driving voter behavior now with head of client engagement at Brands Eye. That's Melanie Malherbe. Melanie, good morning and thanks for your time. Firstly, are South Africans talking about the local government elections?
They definitely are. Not as much as you would have seen in something like Brexit, the referendum there. We've seen about 430,000 odd mentions coming through, specifically around the ANC, DA and EFF. But if you look at something like Brexit, they had 500,000 in 1 week. So I think we have to keep in mind that South Africans don't all have access to either data or smartphones or social media. So there's definitely a silent mass that will stay silent until the day that we vote. But they're definitely talking, and some parties are more vocal than others, or supporters are more vocal than others, definitely.
So tell us about the conversations and the language being used. Let's start with each of the major parties. What are they saying about the ANC?
So the ANC, every party obviously has its share of negative and positive conversation, and when we look at social media, we focus on sentiment. The ANC, unfortunately for them, enjoys the most negative sentiment across the board for all the major metros. Negative conversation is around things like Hlali Motsoeneng and the censorship on SABC. Also, Gwede Mantashe, who made the statement that the ANC is anointed by God to lead. People weren't very happy about those conversations. On the positive side, though, President Zuma visiting Atteridgeville, the elderly there, and stating that the ANC will lead until Jesus comes was a very positive statement for him. On the DA side of things, they're enjoying positive sentiments in most of the metros, specifically so in city of Cape Town, definitely head-to-head in Johannesburg, but they are showing a bit of a lead in Nelson Mandela Bay. Their positivity mostly is around, funny enough, their negative and their positive is around the exact same thing. ANC supporters being very unhappy about them using Mandela in their advertisements.
Yes, that was.
But DA supporters actually loving the fact that they did do that. Yeah. And then there's a lot of positive around Solly Msimanga for mayor.
Yes, Tshwane. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And the negativity around the DA, unfortunately, is around how they are campaigning with SMSs and phone calls. People are wanting to unsubscribe and opt out of that, so they're not enjoying that way of campaigning.
Are the conversations very different from what we saw in general elections? And I know these are municipal polls, it might be, but in terms of sentiment and how they're feeling about the state of things from 2014 to now, are we seeing very different conversations about each party? I
can't necessarily state that it's different conversations. There's actually just conversation for once. People are happy to state that who they are happy to vote for and not happy to vote for. There's a lot of DA supporters talking often about they are voting for the DA. A lot of black supporters of the DA saying that they will be, and they're almost making a point of it. There's a lot of conversation around why they won't vote for certain parties. Instance, not wanting to vote for the ANC because of President Zuma, so they almost split the ANC from President Zuma. But in the same breath, some people are saying they won't vote for the DA because they don't believe that Mmusi Maimane is actually the leader of the party. So I won't know whether the conversation is different. It's just there is a lot of conversation.
Is the latest painting a topic of conversation?
Unfortunately, all the data that we pulled was till the 27th.
But I'm sure when you go back and check today,
we'll definitely go have a look at
more of that. Melanie, the Institute for Security Studies found in its research that the apathy among the youth who are expected to vote or expected not to vote comes from their disillusionment with government, comes from corruption, comes from lack of delivery. A lot of youth not wanting to vote, saying that they would rather use things like protest to get their point across. What are the conversations, if any, that you're seeing coming from young South Africans? Are you seeing that in their social media activity?
It's always difficult to look at the demographics of people speaking on social media, because if they don't tell you that they're 18 years old, you're not going to know whether they're the youth or not. As I said before, there is conversation about why people won't vote for parties, but we haven't seen much conversation around why people won't not voting at all. So they're not necessarily showing their apathy towards voting. Yeah, so not necessarily not something that's standing out.
Not standing out for now. I suppose we will find out come next week this time. We'll know exactly what's been going on with that. Well, thanks very much for that. We will, of course, be keeping track of what you're keeping track of. That's Melanie Malherbe, Head of Client Engagement at Brands.